Hi guys, Crypto Freedom here again, and we're back with another ICO. This is Vaultbank IO. I'm not going to read this gump because it's just a lot of words, and let's just simplify it down here. This is basically what people want. I'll be honest with you, when you overcomplicate things, it really doesn't help when people are looking at stuff to invest in. I've had it with a contract previously, actually, where I won the contract because it was only 25 pages long. The nearest one, I think, was 160 pages, and the longest one was over 500, which didn't even get read. It got thrown in the bin. Point being is, keep it simple. That's at the end of the day. As long as people get the concept, that's all you're after. The rest of it becomes a bit excessive. Anyway, Vaultbank. Vaultbank card allows investors to use a security position as tender. See, even with that, it's over complicated for what you're actually talking about. What is a security position? Vaultbank tokens empower high liquidity and low transaction costs. Okay. Insured portfolios, quarterly dividends are given to token holders generated by a CBL insurance surety wrap. High yields from an asset-backed credit portfolio built by Random Forest Capital with leverage provided by Mitsubishi Bank. So it's a little bit vague. There's lots of words, but not a lot of it actually saying exactly what they're doing. Usability, debit cards. Vaultbank will provide debit cards that will be accepted worldwide. Account holders will be empowered to select from multiple cryptocurrencies for use as tender. So it's a debit card for crypto, okay? That's what we want to hear. Vaultbank cards will be accepted at point of sale terminals for the first time. An asset-backed security will be able to be used as tender for purchases. Furthermore, Vaultbank will also be providing transaction services for cryptocurrencies as well as 17 fiat currencies, thus enable investors who desire exposure to those markets to use their assets as tender virtually anywhere in the world. Okay. Historically, hedge funds and other high-performing securities have low liquidity and very high transaction fees. Through a smart contract intermediary, blockchain technology enables fractionized or tranches and those ability to transact informational proportion of a large stake in a registered security. Blockchain technology enables Vaultbank to offer considerably lower fees in transacting as equally positioned than previous securities markets. Yields, hedge funds traditionally seek credit cards. So is this a hedge fund then? Because hedge funds seem to be thrown around on this constantly, so I assume it is a hedge fund investment program. Hedge funds traditionally seek credit offerings the highest yields and lowest default rates for a top portfolio performance. In turn, the yields of these credit assets will be then reinvested back into the fund. These yields will be passed on to investors through an appreciation in the Vault token, representing their stake in the performance of the portfolio. Token in depository returns. Secure cash yielding portfolio of credit assets providing deposit returns. CBL. This is obviously written by people in the financial sector. It's way too much. Yada, yada, yada. Deposit returns. CBL insurance. Surely wrap insurance and return of USD. I haven't even got to the white paper. This is the website. Partners. A little bit slow. Come on, computer. Keep up. Okay, there is our token information. It's missed the top off it. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, there we go. Symbol VB. Total supply. What does the token represent? The token represents a non-voting share in the fund and provides each token. So this one's actually a fund investment. I'll just take my phone away because it's making a bit of noise. Investor plan includes leveraging the token wallet to purchase a cash yielding loan portfolio. This will be tied equity to each token and yield a secured annualized yield. So it's annually paid out by the looks of that. Non-adjustable, minimum 10M. If 10M is not raised, the money will be returned to investors. 10 million. See, 10 million watts. I assume that's dollars. $10 million. Oh, there we go. 1 VB equals $1. Okay, so if that equals $1, so you're looking at aiming for the stars, but your minimum's 10 million. Okay, I get it. Hard cap 20 million pre-sale, 100 million ICO. Okay, got it. So it starts October the 25th, up and running. Sales November the 9th. Okay, I'm glad we got there. I was getting so bored of it. I'm really worried about looking at the white paper. There's just so much nonsense in this. 28 pages, that's not too bad. So abstract, that's abstraction. Vaultbank brings together financial industry expertise, machine learning talent, and revolutionary blockchain technology. Vaultbank IO is a cryptocurrency-based bank and exchange with a trading terminal, debit card capabilities, and offering tokens backed by security credit assets with quality Ethereum dividends. Vaultbank tokens enable industry-leading foreign exchange rates and asset management with a portfolio of lucrative secured credit assets, ensured and robust returns translating into stability for investors. I'm sure the main bits everyone's interested in is fact is you can trade out, you can use it as an exchange, got your debit card, and it's got some sort of investment in there. I'm really not going to look at this one too much. I'm going to say read the white paper. I've lost the will to live. I know this one will actually pay off. It's obviously been set up by people. Here we go. Into a growing, stable and maturing market, the cryptocurrency market has grown by 1,600% in the last 12 months. Financial giants include JP Morgan and central banks alike have invested in blockchain and Main Street investors. It's likewise seeking more exposure to the markets. Bloomberg, large and small investors alike seek more regulated markets allow for the safety nets, insurance coverage offered by registered security markets. Okay. So lots of stuff on this white paper. I'm saying read it yourself because, quite simply, there's a lot of excessive use of words. I hate the misuse of words. Keep it simple, keep it short. The risk factors, we already know this. We're in crypto long enough. I would say have a read of what the investment is on these tokens. I would be interested in using it as a banking and investment program with exchange services anyway. So I would buy into it, but I'll have to see what the tokens are actually paying out. But so much yada 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 on here. Credit portfolio. Interesting. So this is actually, the reason I found this interesting is actually they quoted in dollars for the trading because they wanted 10 million. That's what I said, 10 million wall, and then their hard caps at 20 million. But the dollars quoted on that, and yet this bit of information's UK bank debit card costs, these Vaultbank lifestyle card. So yeah. It seems to have got different people from different financial sectors. Is it worth investing in? I would say have a look at it. I'm interested for the debit cards because that's one thing I'm actually looking for right now. I can invest quite well with my own money, so if it's got a good exchange, good setup. Oh, they mentioned 10x there as well. Where's 10x? 10x is one of the successful companies in the cryptocurrency financial services market segment, so decidedly different approach. Rather than registering their token as securities with all the benefits they're in, they've instead chosen to treat them as a license. This license is analogous to a taxi cab, medallion, and you can have a purchase order to be granted license and rights, blah blah. Yeah, they could have done. Recommend doing a one-pager, guys. If you haven't done one already, just to break it down, because there's way too much information in here. In the wrong formats. You haven't even put the pictures of the people. No pictures. No LinkedIn. Okay. I would say that it's an interesting one to look at. It's one of those financial ones. It's not too exciting in that sense. It may be actually financially worth bothering with. Let's have a look at the team. Yeah, we've got some LinkedIn that on there. You missed them on the white paper. So we've got a few people. And I guess you got some of these are out of the UK and some out of America, I'd guess. Okay. It's an investment company at the end of the day, by the looks of it. Token distribution, investors team bounty. Let's have a look at the roadmap. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one's actually quite good in the fact that they've told us where they're going to spend that money. If it gets 20 to 25 million ICO tokens raised, the equity in the credit assets will enable Vaultbank to obtain a warehouse line of credit providing between 4 to 6 to 1 leverage of our ICO. Enterprise equity. This level of ICO raise will enable Vaultbank to obtain a $150 million warehouse line of credit secured by our credit portfolio. This will result in the ability to build a $175 million book of credit assets, including a portion of cash and reserves of liquid tokens at a portfolio size of 150 to 200 million. Vaultbank teams will be comprised of 20 members. Okay, 50 million scales it up a bit more. Will enable Vaultbank to obtain a warehouse line of credit between a 6 to 8 to 1 ratio, so the growth will be quicker. Result in ability to build a 350 million book of credit assets, including a portion of cash and reserves of liquid tokens yielding between 6.5 and 12% at a portfolio size of 350 million. Vaultbank's teams would be comprised of between 25 and 30 members, so the bigger it gets, there are going to be more project members involved to manage the cash. 100 million ISO raise will enable Vaultbank to obtain a warehouse line of credit between 8 to 10 ratio leverage. This level ISO raise will enable Vaultbank to obtain 900 million warehouse line of credit secured by our credit portfolio. The 9 to 1 leverage will result in the ability to build a 1 billion book of credit assets, including a portion of cash and reserves of liquid tokens, yielding 6.5 to 12% at a portfolio size of 1 billion. Vaultbank will be comprised of between 30 and 40 members. The other thing I would say on that, when you put 6.5 to 12% yield, you're talking annual yields. Yeah. So some of the information I want is actually missing, but some of the information I don't want, there's a lot of. Because if that's 6.5 to 12% a year on that investment, yeah, what's, let's have a look at the token payouts. What's it worth in tokens? Like I said, even with just the banking side of it, it'd be worth doing to get it up and running. I'd be interested for the cards. So I've got the roadmap of what they're going to do. One of the things they do, they've got blogging and videos, 25%. Oh, they've got some bounties on this one. I'll have a look at that. Yeah, but one of the things I will say about this, I'm going to cut all the gumph out of it. The banking platform's worth looking at because I know myself, I've got a lot of crypto and I want to move some of it into paying bills and even leveraging to get a mortgage or something. If it can actually show regular payouts and stuff, we might be able to use that as a security in some form or regular income, so it's recognized to make a purchase. So this may actually be a bridge in a way that could actually help with that due to the type of platform it is. But it really does need a one-pager just to cut some of this down a little bit, just to make it more simple. But I would just call this a banking system more than anything else. I would say have a read yourself, see what you're going to get out of it on the white paper. There's a lot of information in there. Vaultbank charge an industry low of 1% per transaction. It's a lot of information. Just have a run through yourself. I know where I can use this. I'm sure some of you guys do as well. But you have to see if it's worth you investing for the tokens. Yeah, there you go. An individual token is a license to participate in the token market system, a bit like taxi. That's for the one we covered already relating to 10x. The token does not give voting rights, but does provide direct ownership over the entire system itself, as well as the privilege of access to the opportunities featured of the token market system. Yeah, I'd need to break this down a bit more. It's too much information in there. A lot of stuff I'm really not interested in. See, the thing is, it talks about, like they're talking about Coinbase, offers no account and transparency, There is too much information for somebody who's looking to invest on the investments. They just want to know what you're offering. It's different. Why invest in you? Going on about 10x, going on about Coinbase, etc. All that happens is you're going over information people already know. need a lot of this crap out of it. I do say that in quite a blunt way because, quite simply, I do find too many ICOs put too much of the wrong information, but a simple breakdown, one pager, what a token's worth, what you're looking to do with that token, what's the advantages of that token. So, for example, if this is in the investment program and it's used for a percentage towards the investments in there, that's fine. If it's to give access to the banking system, that's fine. But the whole point is people need to know exactly what we're actually doing, and having too much information talking about inflation and everything else, people already know this stuff or don't want to know it, but it doesn't need to be in your white paper. That's all I can say on that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys.